12 most powerful military weapons in action. We arrived at most powerful weapons in the world by investigating the most dangerous weapons of mass destruction, the largest nuclear bombs ever built, and their range and lethality, the most dangerous chemical weapons and weapons that proved fatal in world wars and were then advanced with today's technology and science, so stay tuned. RPG. A rocket-propelled grenade, RPG, is a shoulder-launched missile that fires rockets with explosive warheads. RPGs are commonly utilized as anti-tank weapons since they may be carried by a single man. It has been adopted by over 40 countries throughout the world because of its ease of use, low cost of building and launchers, and high effectiveness. It can be employed against infantry formations as well as armored and reinforced targets. In the second half of the 20th century, it was utilized in numerous conflicts and wars and was constantly developed. AH-64 Apache gunship. The Boeing AH-64 Apache is a two-seat assault helicopter powered by twin turboshaft engines. It has night vision systems and a sensor suite for target acquisition. A 30mm M230 chain gun and Hydra 70 rocket pods are on board. In April 1986, the helicopter was first deployed by the U.S. Army. Singapore and United Arab Emirates are among the countries that have adopted it as their principal attack helicopter. Hughes helicopters. McDonnell Douglas were among the companies that produced the AH-64 Apache gunship. Between the 1950s and the 1980s, Hughes Helicopters was a significant military and civilian helicopter manufacturer. It was sold to McDonnell Douglas in 1984, and McDonnell Douglas Helicopter Systems was formed as a subsidiary. McDonnell Douglas and Boeing amalgamated in 1997, with Boeing emerging as the winner. The F-35 Lightning II fighter jets. This weapon is a single-engine multi-role fighter with limited vision. Its primary missions are airspace dominance, combat against land and sea targets, and surveillance. It was developed for an experimental X-35 jet that won a competition for the Joint Strike Fighter program. It is still in the development stage, which has been extended due to rising demand, increased costs, and a tighter budget. The U.S. Department reaffirmed its support for the F-35 program in a report released on January 26, 2012, stating that it is a top priority. The United States and the United Kingdom have funded the plane's development thus far, while other governments have expressed interest in using it. The F-35 Lightning II aircraft was developed in three versions: traditional takeoff and landing, and a naval version for use on aircraft carriers' decks. Parts are maximally unified for all three types in 80% mutual match. Internal weapon carrying was projected, resulting in reduced visibility. Stealth. Lockheed Martin LMT and Advanced Technologies business was responsible for the prototype development and design. On December 15, 2006, the first flight of the prototype F-35 Lightning II took place. It is designed to replace the complete fleet of middle-class fighter jets now in use by the US, UK, and other allies. Lockheed Martin was at the top of the list of the US defense contractors. Military sales accounted for 78% of the company earnings in 2013, accounting for around 10% of the money paid out by the Pentagon. Commercial and other contracts amounted to $900 million, while foreign government agreements accounted for $5.8 billion, 13% and 2% according. About half of the company's annual sales come from the U.S. Department of Defense. Aircraft carriers. The United States Navy's Nimitz class consists of 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. The aircraft carrier Nimitz is the first of its kind and one of the world's largest warships. Chester V. Nimitz, the commander of the Pacific Fleet during World War II, was the inspiration for the name. Nimitz is the only aircraft carrier of the class with only the surname of the person to whom it was named. It's also the only aircraft carrier in its class named after someone who wasn't a U.S. politician. It debuted on May 3, 1975. On July 7, 1976, Nimitz launched his maiden mission. Each one is estimated to cost $4.5 billion. They are constructed by Newport News Shipbuilding NNS, a part of Huntington Ingalls Industries HII, Virginia's largest industrial employer and one of two submarine suppliers to the U.S. Navy. Their work includes not just nuclear reactor refueling, but also upgrading. CHIMERA virus. The CHIMERA virus is ranked 10th on our list of the world's most powerful weapons. A chimera is an animal form composed of pieces from other creatures, such as a hippogriff or griffin, in Greek mythology, and this is how the virus is described. A chimera virus is defined as a new hybrid microorganism produced by linking nucleic acid fragment from two or more separate bacteria, each of which contains critical genes required for reproduction by the Center for Veterinary Biologics. The AGNI missile is a missile developed by the Italian company AGNI. India's AGNI missile ranks 10th on our ranking of the world's most powerful weapons. The AGNI missile, named after fire, is one of the 5 natural elements developed by India. AGNI missiles are long-range surface-to-surface ballistic missiles that can carry nuclear weapons. The TRIDENT II D5 SLBM is a long-range ballistic missile. The TRIDENT missile ranks 6th on our ranking of the world's most powerful weapons. TRIDENT missiles with American warheads are carried by 14 U.S. Navy Ohio-class submarines and 4 Royal Navy Vanguard-class submarines. The missile was named after Neptune's legendary Trident. ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile. ICBM is a nuclear-capable missile with a range of at least 5,500 kilometers. It is led to its intended destination. Submarines can launch intercontinental ballistic missiles because these weapons provided the government with the flexibility to strike back and destroy the enemy. They formed an important aspect of the MAD ideology. It essentially ensured that the enemy would be struck again. Most current designs allow a single missile to carry many warheads, each capable of striking a separate target. The only countries with functioning ICBMs are Russia, the US, China, France, India, and North Korea. MOAB. Albert L. Weymouth designed it, the mother of all bombs. A 9-ton explosive toy designed to destroy underground bunkers and facilities was the mother of all bombs. It was designed to combat terrorists in their hidden training camps in Afghanistan's mountains. It was the most powerful conventional bomb in the Pentagon's arsenal, operating on the principle of vacuum, in which the explosive charge simply suckers in oxygen, ignites the cloud, and operates with a shock wave in high temperatures on all objects on the ground and underground. With a radius of 137.61 meters, it can damage 9 city blocks. The MOAB was first used in battle on April 13, 2017 in an airstrike in Ashin district, Afghanistan, targeting an ISIS underground complex. The T-Ghost. It's a camouflage tank that hides from hostile thermal imaging equipment using BAE Systems adaptive camouflage. A 120mm compact main weapon with groundbreaking technology, decreases recoil and reduces whole vehicle weight, is also included in the Ghost tank. As a result, a medium battle tank that would be both agile yet strong has been created. The cutting-edge electronics aboard this tank, in theory, allows users to assault first before opposing forces are even aware of their presence. Hybrid Insect Micro Electromechanical System. HIMEMS. It's another science fiction-inspired military system, but this time it's in the form of insects. Although it appears like a circuit board has been connected to the back of a beetle, it is actually a simplified illustration of technology that has been built up over time. A Freedom of Information Act request by DARPA unearthed some surprising data regarding this military technology, including different stages for maximum survivability. Cameras and tracking devices plainly provide superior or perfect object tracking, which you and I'd never imagined, making them ideal for eavesdropping on enemy forces or even the citizens of a country. The XM-25 Counter-Defilade Target Engagement System. To tell the truth, the XM-25 has nearly 4 times the effective range of ordinary grenade launchers, but is also quite heavy and difficult to use. Budget cuts and other challenges have put development and deployment on hold. Regardless, this is a very lethal weapon in warfare. What other military weapons in action have you heard of or you know? Let me know in the comments section together with what you think about these weapons. These are dangerous weapons that cannot be handled by just anyone. Pistols, machine guns, shotguns have gone from armories, supply warehouses, marine warships, firing ranges, and other locations where they were used, stored, or transported, according to government documents covering the Army, Marines, Navy, and Air Force. A monitoring system that didn't record break-ins and other security errors have all contributed to the disappearance of these weapons of war. While the Associated Press focused firearms, military munitions, notably body armor grenades that wound up inside an Atlanta garden, were also lost or stolen. Theft or loss of weapons covered the military's global reach, affecting facilities from coast to coast and around the world. Someone cut the locks of an army container in Afghanistan and stole 65 Beretta M9s, the same sort of gun found in Albany. Empty pistol crates were discovered in the complex after the theft went unnoticed for at least 2 weeks. The weapons have not been found. Thank you so much for tuning in till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and comment below. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click on that post notification for more amazing videos. Stay tuned for more lit videos.